Hello and welcome to the business of being a virtual assistant. I'm your host, Tiffany Parson, and I'm so glad to be with you today. This is episode number 221, and I have a answer to a question. And this question is like one of those prompts or pros to get the juices flowing, to think of ideas. And so this is the question: how do you keep moving forward even when you don't have complete clarity? Okay, let's talk about it. Complete clarity. So I'm thinking about this question. And my first thought is that you think about, is there anything that you're clear on? Because this is asking about complete clarity. So, what is something that you are clear on? Note that one thing and take action on it. Like, do something about it. Take action. That's the moving forward. And then I realized that part of the issue in moving forward and expecting complete clarity before we move forward, or even some clarity, it's probably that we have too many choices. We have too many things we could possibly do. And we got to narrow the choices. I think sometimes we think if we narrow the choices, that means we eliminate things. There's been times when I've recommended to virtual assistants to specialize in a service or a particular industry, and it gets interpreted as that means you can't work with anyone else. So, for example, if you decide you want to specialize in working with, I'm trying to think of somebody, let's say real estate agents. You want to specialize in working with real estate agents. And does that mean that you can't work with insurance agents? No, it doesn't mean that at all. It means that when you are putting together emails, posts, um, services, when you're speaking, whether it's in written form or audio or video, your audience is real estate agents. And there may be other people who see what you put out and they're interested in what you offer, even though were talking to real estate agents. Doesn't mean that you're like, oh, nope, you're life. You are a life insurance agent. I can't work with you. I only work with real estate agents. So when we narrow our options, it doesn't mean that we're excluding everything else. We got to start with something. Otherwise, if we start out with 5 different options, we can't focus on the one thing because we are paying attention to all 5. So we have to pick one and move forward on that, not eliminating. I hope I'm being clear on that because I don't want to start over in recording this. It's important to simplify things in your business. Are you overcomplicating things and that's causing things not to be so clear because you've overcomplicated it, right? Maybe there are too many steps and now it's time to simplify some things. When I'm recording this podcast, I don't go back and do edits and take out things because I want it to feel like a conversation. This is also a way for me to simplify the process in putting out podcast episodes. When I am working with clients and we had our discovery call and I'm sending them what their project would be and a summary of what we discussed, sometimes I'll go ahead and include the link if they're ready to go for them to go ahead and pay to get the project started instead of having more back and forth, because that simplifies things for the both of us. It doesn't mean that they can't ask any follow-up questions because I've included that invoice link. It really just means if they're ready to go, let's do it. You're ready to go, we're ready to go, let's go. That is a part of simplifying things. Using Google Drive and sharing documents with team members is also a way of simplifying things. If multiple people have to gain access to a particular document, instead of us passing along, oh, here's the finished document, here it is, it's shared. That is a way to simplify things. When I was working solo, I would use Asana to manage tasks. So I would set deadlines for myself, reminders for myself, put client passwords, all those things in Asana as a way to simplify. Instead of having to go dig through emails or this folder and that, it made it so much easier for me working by myself to find things. And I still use it to this day. I use it for business, and I also use Asana personally in managing my house as well, as far as bills and when things are due. It's all right there in Asana. I don't have to manage it in my head or on paper somewhere or anywhere else. So that helps to simplify things. This helps us move forward when we're not completely sure about something. And I'm kind of interpreting complete clarity as being even completely sure about a thing. When I first started my virtual assistant business, I didn't have complete clarity on what it would look like. Fast forward to about 2 years ago when I started my team, I didn't have complete clarity on what it looked like. I had an idea and I went with the part that was somewhat clear. I knew I could no longer do all things, and I knew I needed to select a team and what services are we going to offer. Things get clearer along the way. When I first selected a team, I let everyone know that you will eliminate yourself. I would be observing how they communicate with each other, how they communicate with me, how they follow directions, what they bring to the team, responsiveness. All those things played a part into how well they would be as a team member. I did talk to each one individually to see, their skill set, their background, things like that. That was a way to help me place them in a certain category because I was not clear on who everyone was. But I thought, you know what? People usually eliminate themselves in my experience. We're always going to put our best foot forward in an interview. You're always going to put your best foot forward when you talk about yourself, share your experience, all of that. But when it's time to get in the trenches, it's time to get busy, it's time to do the work, that's when the real person shows up. And then that allowed me to see who was best for the team. And then in the process, people eliminated themselves. That made it simple. How do you do that when you're solo? When you're working with clients, when you're first starting out, you may not know who is the best client for you to work with. People present one way, but again, when it's time to get in the trenches and communicate with you, send you what they need, the real person shows up and you're able to see, okay, is this someone I'm going to enjoy working with long term? Or am I going to just want to finish this project, hopefully that it's a one and done, and keep it moving? We get clearer along the way. Don't expect to have complete clarity on everything. If there's something you're sitting on right now and you know the idea won't leave you, whether it's a particular service that you offer, a strategy for how to get more clients, how to market yourself, whatever it is, take action on it. There are a lot of different things that will come out, new tools, new ways, new functionalities. We'll never be completely clear on how to do a thing. We have to just jump in and take action on it. For example, Instagram has all kinds of bells and whistles, all kinds of things that you can do with reels. You're not going to be completely clear on how to do all that stuff until you jump in, take action, do it, get dirty, learn how to do it, mess it up, get it wrong, do it anyway. That's how we learn and how we get completely clear. If you're waiting for the right time, you know the right time never comes except for now. All you have is the moment that you're in. If you're you've been a VA for a while and you're waiting on getting clarity on your price, go with what you have now. If you know you need to go up 10%, 15%, do that. You don't have to make a big announcement. Go up on your rate. If you want to keep your longtime clients, whatever rate they're at, fine. Make the rate change on the new clients. If you want it to affect everyone, let your existing clients know. Give them advance notice. Give them a 30-day notice so they can decide yes or no. Take action. Don't wait to be clear. That's how you move forward, is you just move. And you don't get caught up in what the other person is going to say. You don't get caught up in, is this right or wrong? The beauty of it being your own and having your own business, whether it's you or a team, is that there's no right or wrong answer. There's a now answer. You get better along the way. Thanks so much for taking the time out to listen to today's episode. You have a wonderful and fantastic day.